everyone, it's Chrissie. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a really fun video. So this is going to be a little bit of like a recap slash first thoughts kind of thing about the recent Sims Summit stream that we got. So the Behind the Sims Summit, this is going to be, I think, like a semi-regular thing that the Sims team are going to be doing. They are going to be kind of like using these Sim Summit streams as a little bit of a, like, I guess, combination of the old Sims 411 streams that we used to have, where they basically told us a bunch of, where they basically gave us a bunch of information about what was coming up next in the Sims, you know, things that they were addressing, you know, new announcements, stuff like that. So I guess these Sim Summits are going to be something like that. But anyway, so in this one, basically, we got a bunch of new news. We got some more information about The Sims 5, or like Project Rene, as they're calling it. We got more information about that. We got a bunch of information about Sims Mobile and Sims Freeplay. I'm not going to be talking about either of those because I don't play either of them, so I know nothing about those games. But they did do this over on Twitch, so I'll leave a link down below to the VOD, so basically the video of the stream that you can go ahead and watch if you missed it when it was live. But yeah, so they mentioned, you know, stuff about that. They also gave us a couple of announcements about The Sims 4, which I will be talking about a little bit later in the video. And we're first going to take a look at the... We're going to take a look at this part of the stream. So I do have it on. I do have the sound on. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to hear it, but I do have it on. So first off, we're going to be talking about Project Rene. So basically, Project Rene is like still very early in development. I'm going to like hop through it a little bit and, you know, tell you guys a little bit more about it. But
early days playtesting.
Yeah, so they're doing really early days playtesting, which basically means they're giving a select number of players like access to like really small parts of the game. So first, Grant, this is Sim Guru Grant. He actually went and he's now working on Project Rene. But basically he talks about how I think they're currently giving a select number of people access to like really small snippets of like build mode and, you know, stuff like that, trying to figure out, you know, they're doing really early playtesting so that they can know, you know, what is a little bit more like what is too complicated, what needs to be fleshed out more, you know, stuff like that. So it's really, really cool that they're actually doing this, that they're getting feedback as they go. So that's great.
What is playtesting and what?
So we're trying to take.
But yeah, so yeah, explaining all of that. And there's something else that I wanted to talk about if I can find it, which is, yeah, okay. So basically they also talked a little bit about, I'm trying to find the exact point, but they talked a little bit about the, like, how multiplayer is going to work, because I know if you guys missed it, I did a reaction to the Sims Behind the Sims Summit stream that they did last year. I did like a live reaction to it, and I'm not really all that happy with the idea of multiplayer in the Sims. That's just not how I play. I'm not a multiplayer kind of person. But basically they do talk about how the Sims isn't an MMO. So what that means basically is you're going, yes, the Sims 5 or like Project Rene is going to be multiplayer, but it's not just going to be multiplayer. It's going to be single player and multiplayer. So basically you can play on your own, you can do everything that you would normally do in the Sims, and then when you want, like on your terms, you can invite people to come and play with you, or, you know, you can be invited to go and play with other people. So yeah, that's kind of how they're doing that, which isn't something that I really mind. Like, that's fine. I mean, it's not like a big open world where everyone is always online and everyone can access all of your stuff at like always. It's not something like that. That sounds like an absolute nightmare to me. So yeah, it's not like that at all. So that's something that's really good that I was actually really worried about. And then the other thing that they do talk about is the fact that obviously they are doing this like cross-platform. so PC and mobile. And they do talk a little bit about, let's just watch this little clip because it will explain it better than I could.
So what we mean by this is that you can have that deep dive at home on your PC, play for 4 hours, change every single thing about the piece of furniture that you imagine.
Basically,
RGB values and change
like create a style, stuff like that.
So that's the PC experience. That's that true rich experience that you're used to. But then on the go.
So basically what that means is they're kind of customizing it to, it's not going to be exactly the same on both platforms. So obviously they just talked about how you can like customize a lot of it and go really into detail on PC, but you won't necessarily be able to do that on mobile. So on mobile, for example, they talk about how you'll be able to on PC, you'll be able to like change colors and, create the style items, stuff like that. But then on mobile, you'll be able to like pick up where you left off. So it's kind of sounds like almost like a cloud-based system. So what you save on your PC will transfer over to mobile, kind of, if that makes sense. That's kind of how it sounds to me anyway. But what I find is really interesting is on PC, like they said, you'll be able to do all of the stuff that you're used to doing. You'll be able to use like create a style, everything like that. But then on mobile, you'll be able to maybe just like pick from preset stuff. So kind of like we have color swatches. So pick stuff like that. Or they also mentioned something about being able to choose things that you've already created. So that kind of sounds like you'll be able to save. So say, for example, if you customize a couch and you change the pattern on it, the wood, all of that stuff, then it kind of sounds like you'll be able to, on mobile, go and then like pick that couch or like reuse those settings that you picked already. So that's kind of cool. And they also talk a little bit of something about like being able to share stuff like with other players. So kind of like, I'm gonna guess kind of like we have the gallery now, but this is just, they call it something else. They call it like UGX or something. I can't remember. All of these are like very technical terms that I have no idea about. So yeah, that's something that's really cool. So yeah, that's basically like Sims 5 stuff. Obviously, they do mention a bunch of times in this stream that everything that they're talking about, like the Sims 5 is years away. Like they do say like years and years away. So it's very early. It's like they've basically, as far as I understand from the stream, they're kind of like working on it. Like basically they're giving people like playtesters access to small bits of it at a time. So like build mode or stuff like that. And they also say that they will keep us updated. So they'll talk about it a little bit more in upcoming streams, stuff like that. But yeah, don't get your hopes up. It is still years and years away. Now I want to talk about the infants, which is the thing that I think most people were actually excited for this stream. I'm not gonna lie. I did expect them to show off infants a little bit more, to talk about them a little bit more, and they did. They did do that. They actually gave us a cute little like clip of infants, like a little short video that I'll watch with you guys, kind of almost as a trailer type thing, like we would get for packs. They kind of like gave us an infant trailer, and then they also talked us a little bit through some of the, like, I guess, gameplay features of infants that make them really cool and unique. So we're going to take a look at that too. And then at the end, they actually also gave us a little short, very tiny little teaser for the next expansion pack. And yeah, so they do say that the next expansion pack, we'll find out more about it on the 2nd. So the 2nd of February, which is Thursday this week, if you're watching this as it comes out. I'm not sure when this video is going to go up. I'm not sure if it'll be going up on Tuesday, so like the 31st, or if it'll be up on the 1st. I'm not really sure. Depends on how long the editing takes me. But yeah, I'll get this up before we have the like expansion stuff on the 2nd. So I'll probably also do a trailer reaction or like something about that when it comes out. But anyway, moving on. So we'll find out more about the next expansion on the 2nd. And then we do find out a little bit more about infants in this, actually. So let's take a look at this because it is so cute. I recorded a couple of first reaction type things, which I'll put on the screen right now. I'll talk over it. But I did do a couple of first reactions. I did record me watching this when I watched it the first time because obviously this isn't live. So I did record me watching it and I did lose my mind a little bit when I saw all of this. So I'll put those clips up on the screen. They'll be like rolling, I guess. I don't know how long they're going to be, but they'll be up there. But yeah, so I kind of like completely freaked out when I saw them. They're really, really cute. They are so cute. And yeah, I'm really excited about them. But yeah, so let's watch this cute little trailer thingy. So they are so cute. They are so cute. Like, it's a baby. Look at them. They're sitting in Create a Sim. They kind of look a little bit like toddlers. Not gonna lie, but look at that cute little animation of them turning around. But yeah, they do look a little bit like toddlers, like, kind of. Oh yeah, they're like on the couch and they're being bathed and peekaboo. This is so cute. Like, this is actually just like the cutest little things. I mean, just look at them. Let me just like that. This, like, that, like, kind of sounds terrifying. But they say cute traits, so I'm guessing they're gonna have their own traits, obviously, because they're different from toddlers. But yeah, obviously they're different from toddlers, so they'll probably have traits, because obviously they're actual Sims. They're not just objects. But yeah, just this looks like an absolute nightmare, personally. The idea of being surrounded by so many babies is my own personal hell. But they're so cute, and it kind of looks like they share a couple of items with toddlers. So obviously they can be bathed like toddlers can. They obviously can be picked up because duh. But they can also like use the high chair, it looks like. I'm wondering if they'll be able to use a couple of other toddler stuff like toys and stuff like that, or if they'll have like their own toys. But yeah, they have little cribs, which are so cute. And oh, it looks like this sim is like soothing a baby, like putting them to sleep, and they have little mobiles. Oh, that is so cute. Expecting March 14th. Like, the 14th, really? Like, really? I mean, kind of like, honestly, I don't know. I mean, I'm not mad about it because, I mean, if they give us infants that are really well done, that's my thing. If they give us infants that are really well done, that are really fleshed out, that will actually be fun to play with, then I don't mind waiting. But it is kind of weird and a little bit annoying that they announced infants last year. I think the last Sims Summit stream was like October, November, I can't remember. But it has been months already. And it's kind of annoying that they announced them so far in advance. So like, for example, if they were to have announced them in this stream, so like if this was the first time we're seeing anything about infants, then I wouldn't mind, because that makes sense, you know. It's like maybe like not really 2 months away, but a little bit like a month and a half away. But yeah, so that would make sense to me. But the fact that they announced them like at this point, I think almost 3 months ago already, and we still have to wait until March for them, is a little bit weird. Like, it's a little bit annoying because I know a lot of people have been really excited about infants. I'm kind of one of them. Like, I don't really play the game. I don't really play the game. So I don't really care about them for like gameplay purposes. That sounds really bad. But when I play the game, I'll find them really cute and like fun to play with. But personally, I don't really play the game all that much. So I don't mind waiting for infants. But I do know a lot of other people who like mainly only do gameplay have been really excited about them. So knowing about them this far in advance basically just made everyone really excited to get their hands on infants, and it kind of set up this whole thing where everyone has been expecting infants to come out. Like, I know this happened with the first update of January. Everyone was expecting it to be the infant update. And then I know today as well, because we had the live stream at like 9 a.m. Pacific time, usually we get patches at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So like an hour after this live stream would have been. And it is on a Tuesday, so that's our usual like patch days. So I know a lot of people were speculating and guessing and hoping that they'll like talk about infants in the stream and then drop the patch with them afterwards. Obviously, that's not happening. So I don't know, it's for me personally, they've kind of just set themselves up, not the players, like the developers, the gurus. They've kind of just set themselves up to have all of this backlash because they've been talking about infants. They announced infants a while ago, but they haven't confirmed anything. So this is the first time we're getting a concrete confirmation of a date for infants. But just the fact that they announced them so far in advance, and the fact that they said in that announcement early 2023, everyone, you can't expect players to not like expect to see infants like now already. But I don't know, I always think the Sims community, we have a tendency to like get our hopes up really, really fast and really, really quickly and like high, and then a lot of people will be really angry when they're kind of like let down, because obviously all of their hopes and stuff were based on speculation and not actual confirmed facts. So yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. Just keep the comments respectful on this video, by the way. Like, just keep them respectful for other players to the Sims team. There probably is a reason why they announced it this early and why, you know, we have to wait until March for infants. There's probably a reason for that. I'm hoping that this basically just means that infants, like I said, will be fleshed out, will be fun to play with, and will be really well done. So if that is the case, then I don't mind. Like, I don't mind waiting. I can wait another like month and a half. But also, because they also announced, or not really announced, but they teased the next expansion pack at the end of this as well. So we're going to talk about that in just a second. But I want to take you guys, this is basically, they showed a couple of clips and information things about infants that kind of tells us a little bit more about what they can do. So
as an entirely new age.
Yeah, so they're entirely new ages. I'm gonna skip through this a little bit. But yeah, so basically you can like hold infants. You can hold them, you can feed them. You can obviously, you could, you know, breastfeed them as well, bottle feed them. This actually shows off that you can hand infants to other Sims, which is really cool. So they're a lot more mobile than babies were. And yeah, so they can be held, they can be like handed off to other Sims. They obviously had a lot of work to do with like, you know, in Creator Sim and stuff to find like angles and poses for them and everything like that, which is really cool to see. I mean, this is just like concept art, and that is terrifying. Like, actually terrifying. I mean, this is like, you know, stuff that they went through in the development process to kind of like find the pose that the infants will be in Creator Sim, stuff like that. But this thing is nightmare fuel, like actual nightmare fuel. But yeah, so it's really, really cool. They also talk about how infants will have this kind of like wobbliness to them. So like when they move, they'll kind of like wobble a little bit, and when they sit up, they'll wobble a little bit. So kind of just to show like this, like infants, they're not like big, they don't know how to walk yet, they're kind of like just wobbly and cute, and like, you know, still learning how to move, if that makes sense, like how to climb stairs. And, you know, it's a very like, it's very different from like toddlers. So yeah, that was really, really cool to see. And also like they move around in CAS. That is so cute. That is like they turn around in CAS, and it's so cute. Look at all of the little outfits. I mean, obviously some of the things that we're seeing here from like infants are conversions of like toddler stuff. Like a lot of this stuff is a conversion, but these two at the bottom and that one is new as far as I can see. I mean, a lot of this stuff does look like kind of conversions of like different toddler outfits, like that one. I mean, that little dress looks new, that little onesie looks new, that dress, that little romper suit, it's so cute. But yeah, so obviously I'm gonna guess that they will share a couple of assets with toddlers. Apologies if you guys can hear the plane going overhead. Sorry, I'm recording with my window open, so it's a little bit louder. But yeah, so obviously they will be sharing a couple of assets with toddlers. I mean, that just makes sense. I mean, it does make sense. But I did see a new hairstyle in here as well, so I'm gonna guess that they will have maybe a couple of new things as well. That looks like one of the little traits, one of their cute little traits. It looks so cute. I wonder what their traits is going. I wonder what their traits are gonna be. I can't speak. I'm so excited. But yeah, so yeah, I definitely saw a couple of new hairstyles in there, and that little bunny hat. Oh, so yeah, so they have a little like that's a little helmet. So like if your toddler or like if your infant is learning how to walk, I know a lot of people will give them like little padded helmets so that if they fall they can't like seriously injure themselves, which is so cute. But yeah, they're all so cute, and they can have little teeth. It can look like they're teething. Oh, that's so cute. Little birthmarks as well. But yeah, so that is so cute. And yeah, you can read to them, you can play with them. Oh, it is really cute. And then the last thing that they talked about was, you know, obviously follow the Sims and all of that stuff, but I want to see where that expansion and now I want to see where the expansion announcement is. Okay, so I found it. I completely skipped past it and I just had to like cut the video and go look for it, but I found it. So we have this. So yeah, this is a sneak peek, Meet the Family, February 2nd. So this is the Michelson family, I'm gonna guess, from like the roadmap, because that looks like the child from the roadmap. And yeah, this is like our first like peek at the new expansion, and it looks so cool. So obviously we can already see some new things. Obviously we have like infants. We have new hairstyles. I love that bun hairstyle. It's gorgeous. But yeah, we have new hairstyles. We have new plants, new build stuff. But yeah, that's basically the only thing. And I don't know if this is gameplay stuff. I'm just speculating at this point. But I don't know if this is like a new gameplay feature of like meeting an entire family. So like, you know, like you'll have the welcome wagon come over. But I wonder if they'll actually have like, if you have neighbors with a family, if they'll bring like the whole family and not just one or two of the adult Sims. That would be so cool. But yeah, so that is everything that they showed in this stream. I'm sorry this video has probably been very rambly and all over the place. Like I said, not really used to doing videos like this, like recap type things. But yeah, so I wanted to share my thoughts of, you know, what they announced, what, you know, my thoughts are, everything like that. But yeah, since we'll be getting more information about the new expansion on the 2nd, I'll probably do a trailer reaction or, you know, something like that. Depends on what we're getting. If we're getting just a teaser and not like a full trailer, then I'll probably just talk about it over on Twitter. So follow me over on Twitter. My Twitter is always linked in the description. I'll also put it somewhere on the screen at some time. Anyway, but yeah, follow me over on Twitter. I'll talk about it there. I also talk about a lot of other Sim stuff as well. Stuff that I usually don't make videos about and I just talk about over on Twitter. So yeah, follow me over on Twitter. But if we do get a full-on trailer, then I obviously will do a trailer reaction video. And yeah, I think that's everything. I think that's everything. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the stream, if you're excited or disappointed, or, you know, what your thoughts are, especially about the infants and them not being out yet. But yeah, just like I said, just keep everything respectful. Like, don't attack anyone, don't, you know, bully anyone. I will delete your comments. Like, just don't. We don't need that kind of negativity. And yeah, obviously everyone is going to have different opinions as well. They're all welcome. Just don't be like mean about it. But yeah, let me know if you guys are excited about the new expansion as well, because what do you think it's gonna be? I'm getting like major family vibes from it. Like, I don't want to say generations, because I do not think it will be like the Sims 3 Generations was. I just don't think that's realistic. But I do think it's going to be like a very heavily family oriented pack. And I'm gonna guess that it's going to be more like younger Sim oriented, so like infants, toddlers, children maybe, rather than having it be like elder oriented or like teen oriented, or at least that's what I'm hoping for. Anyway, I really want some like younger Sim. Wow, I just hit the microphone and everything just started going off. Apologies about that. I think that's a sign that I need to end this video. But basically, like I was saying, I really hope it is a younger Sim oriented pack, like more gameplay for kids and toddlers and infants, because obviously the infants are going to be base game and they're going to come with base game stuff. But I'm hoping that the new expansion will add a bunch more stuff to it, because that just makes sense and it's fun. And as a builder, especially, I will never say no to more stuff. I will never say no to more new stuff. So yeah, that's just my thoughts. Like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, give the video a like, hit subscribe if you want to see more Sims content, and turn on the notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. But I hope you're all having a great week and a great Tuesday, and I'll talk to you all in my very next video. Bye everyone.